What's good, y'all? It's your guy Bendu. I'm coming at y'all with like this. I guess it kind of blew up like literally last night or this morning or whatever. But I'm literally like recording this at like 3 in the morning. But I was just scrolling on Twitter and everything, and I came across this story. So Justin Jackson, he's like a football player. I think he plays for the Chargers or whatever, but he tweeted this out. If AOC and the squad don't do what Jimmy Dore has suggested and withhold their vote for Pelosi for Speaker unless Medicare for All gets brought to the floor for a vote, they will be revealing themselves. Power concedes nothing without an actual demand. I can't agree with him more on this, and I'll tell you who like does disagree with him though. AOC, she responded. Problem with this idea is that there isn't enough thought given to step two. The Dem votes aren't there yet, and with a razor thin margin, the Dems numbers or the Dem no's are lesser than margin or are less than margin. I think that's what she's saying. Because less than is that way, I think. I failed math a lot. So you issue threats, hold your vote, and lose. Then what? If you want to know who's opposed, look at the co-sponsor list. In contrast, you can use leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives, i.e., a $15 minimum wage in the first 100 days. Doable. Elevating longtime progressive champions to important positions of leadership. Also doable. That's the opportunity cost to weigh. See, that's why I had to call bullshit because Joe Biden's already in favor of the $15 minimum wage. And then you're talking about elevating longtime progressive champions like who? Bernie Sanders, who Biden just said, fuck you, you're not getting in my cabinet, bitch, and stuffed it with Neera Tanden and Antony Blinken and Michelle Flournoy, fucking Avril Haines, who started Obama's drone program. Yeah, such a fucking opportunity to weigh. And this is where people get mad and they call bullshit on them because it's like y'all don't want to do anything, and this kind of goes in line with. And I've been writing. I'm writing notes for Talks Talk. That's why I'm up this late. I was writing out the scripts and everything, and it was just a story. The Biden leaks where it came out that Biden literally is not going to do anything in terms of executive power except maybe get us back in the Iran deal, which is probably too late for that, and maybe get us back into Paris, the Paris Accords, which probably, that's probably more than likely going to happen. But he's not going to do much else past that, especially when it comes to racial reform. So all you people that voted for Joe Biden because you thought, he was going to be better than Trump in terms of, police and everything, he's not doing any of that shit, like any of it. And he's not for it. I think the question is different between holding the vote versus threatening Democratic control to hold the vote. Not opposed to a floor vote, but leverage argument is, do you use leverage to secure an immediate $15 minimum wage, elevate good people to key spots for 2 years, etc., or hold one vote we don't have votes for? Blue Dogs did exactly this in 18 and Pelosi caved. You won't even try. You're revealing who you are. That's what Jimmy Dore said to her. I didn't really get what I was thinking. Sorry, AOC, but you need a detox. AOC is surrounded by corporate Democrats that more than likely are able to sink in the ideas that what she is fighting for simply cannot be done. I'm sorry, AOC, but you need to detox and remember what you were supposed to be fighting for. I think and then people like to do these, bad faith attacks against Jimmy Dore, which, I'm a person like he used to be a person I watched, and I still watch him now. And it's like I think he's good at what he does. He's good at pointing out problems, but also bringing up solutions. But it's like the problem isn't Jimmy Dore, and it's not Sam Cedar. Like they tried to bring up the whole Jimmy Dore Sam Cedar beef, which I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here and that's not what the issue is. We're talking about them actually using their leverage that they have to get a vote on Medicare for all. Shit, I'll even take it a step further to get Pelosi to fight for more of a deal, to a better stimulus package. I would also use it to do that, but they go into these bad faith attacks. There was a couple more responses down here that I found interesting. Oh yeah, so this guy, Marl Karks, I found this interesting. Doing all of this, we don't have the vote. We should try to get X instead. It's playing the game they want you to play and killing the interest of the party. Look at what Republicans did. They formed a coalition, put a bunch of public pressure on their established members and put them in tough positions. They force speakers to resign for not cooperating. If you're not going to oppose Pelosi, you put her in power to control the entire party. If you won't call her out, you make sure she can do whatever she wants with that power. Stop playing nice. I cannot agree more. I cannot agree more. It was a couple other tweets down here though that I found interesting. Hang on, give me 1 second to find it. I may have to go up to the yeah. Hold up, is that it? It's the chick Jess. Oh, let me go back up here because it was like a couple of they kept going more on different issues. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's here. Oh yeah, so in contrast, you can use leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives. I read it already, but he responded, "Why aren't they there? The people of the party are there. It's not a acceptable leadership, isn't there? If they have no threat of staying in leadership, what's the point? Pelosi was speaker for 2 years with no Medicare for all. What is your plan to force her to get a vote? Why aren't they there? Is the real question. We watched the presidential debates and saw how many fiercely defend our for-profit insurance company, including the guy that you voted for and backed, Joe Biden. But know that the movement pressure, positive support, primaries, popularity, organizing, etc. is working. More co-sponsors now than ever. Okay, it's not working because you guys are still voting for policies like the CARES Act that screws over the working class, not help them. Like you're not getting anything done. He responds, would love for Democrats to be on a record denying their constituents health care during a pandemic. Sounds like good politics for the progressive movement and our goals. I respect that. And she responds, I respect that. And in an important way, they are on the record. There are 118 Dems who have publicly signed on to guaranteed health care during this term. They are listed here. Justin Jackson. And exactly right here, I like this point that he makes. That sounds like 118 Democrats who can use their leverage to get a Medicare for all floor vote. It's unacceptable that a 118 coalition of Democrats who support Medicare for all cannot even get a vote. Something to consider. I like that a lot. Then he said, this guy I found interesting. Why do we care about a symbolic vote? There is a zero chance to get actual Medicare for all. Is it part of a plan to push the public option? Is there an issue we can actually win on that might be better than Medicare for all? In my opinion, the Green New Deal is more likely to pass, and we need to start it ASAP. And this chick just bodied him. She said the Green New Deal is more likely to pass. Yeah, because it will simply funnel money and resources upward to corporations, for which is the only thing Congress serves. I love that. You are all so weak and pathetic. Can't even ask and demand something that 87% of the party supports. My God. And this, I found this so interesting because it shows you, and this is like, it goes into the whole slandering each other thing. Let me see, because like Jimmy's, I think that's his wife or whatever. Steph Zamorano replied, but I'm trying to find the Aaron Matei one because that was the one that interested me the most. Let me see if I can find that, John. Let me go to Jimmy's page. I think he retweeted him because that's where it popped up. Because I follow Jimmy and like it popped up on like the I think the notifications or the Explore feed. I forget which one. I don't use Twitter like that. I only use it to promote the page. Every now and then I scroll down and I see some shit on here. There's Katie Halper. Is that how you say her name? Katie Halper agreeing. I like her show. I watch her show every now and then too. Susan Sarandon. I just saw it, like, because Aaron Matei jumped in and responded too. Let me go to his page, see if I can find it. By the way, Aaron Matei is a really good journalist. He does work for Pushback. All right, so I found the what I was looking for. It's a lot of tweets to go through because a lot of people are pissed off. I hit Matt up, Matt Nelson, who's been on the show before. I was like, dude, like she might lose her seat. It's a lot of people that are pissed off at her right now, and it's like this, especially now. It's not good to piss people off, man. They will vote you out in a heartbeat. And honestly, as y'all know, I'm not an AOC fan. like I used to be. And it's like, look, I'm in favor of her policies. I don't hate her personally. I hate the fact that she refuses to fight for the things that she runs on. And it kind of makes me like the bullshit meter in my brain goes off whenever she talks, because it's like, I only ever see you, yelling at Republicans. Um, you vote for the CARES Act, then you gaslight your people and tell them that you didn't, when the only person, judging by voice, that did not vote for the CARES Act in the House was what's his name? The Thomas, I think it's Thomas Massey. Was Thomas Massey, and you could tell by his voice, unless AOC, miraculously has a deep ass fucking voice, like she sounds like Barry White or whatever. But um, it's ridiculous. But hold on, so he responded to the initial tweet, and when she was like, problem with this idea is that there isn't enough thought to give in to step two. So his Aaron Matee's response was, how long does losing a vote on Medicare, or how does losing a vote on Medicare for all take away your leverage to push for things that can happen? You can still push for those things. And who are the longtime progressive champions who stand a chance to be elevated to these important leadership positions? By the way, I don't understand how you're drawing a connection between progressive leverage and winning a $15 minimum wage. Biden already supports a $15 minimum wage. It won't take progressive leverage to hold him and Pelosi to something Biden already fucking supports. It's the Senate that will decide it. So it's like, and this is him like basically taking a picture. Even before the pandemic and Biden's first official campaign speech, he promised to raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour if elected president. The federal minimum wage has been $7.25 an hour since 2009, which comes out to roughly $15,000 a year for someone working 40 hours a week. That's fucking ridiculous. But see, and I'm just reading the comments because it's like, it's been a lot of people that's responded since I saw this about like an hour or two or so ago. I think she's talking about losing the House speakership. They're cowering. It's a lot, yo. Yo, it's a lot of people mad, and it's like, well, I'm working on a story for It's either, I don't know if it's gonna be Monday's episode, so I'll just go ahead and let you guys know I'm dropping a double whammy on Monday. It's gonna be a 2 episode day on Monday, just to catch up for all the days I've been missing, and then Thursday is gonna be a single episode. But yeah, I'm working on a segment about like just talking about like the whole Tulsi versus, I titled it Tulsi versus the Squad, basically, because it's like, people shit on Tulsi. Look, this, I'm not a Tulsi thumper anymore like that. I used to be a person that would be like, defend her online and everything. But it's like, look, end of the day, these politicians are people, they're gonna do fucked up shit. But I never understood the complete vitriol that not only that Tulsi got from the corporate Democrats, like from the mainstream media, but also like the fucking Young Turks, the Young Turks, like every single time fucking Anna Kasparian had a chance, she would just shit on Tulsi Gabbard just randomly, like kind of like how they accused Jimmy Dore of shitting on AOC randomly, when it's like, he's actually shitting on her for shit that she's doing now. Like Anna Kasparian is shitting on her Tulsi Gabbard for shit from her past that she's already apologized for and came out and said that she's against. So it's like, I don't understand like these bad faith attacks on Tulsi, but when somebody actually like attacks and pressures AOC on reasonable shit that's happening right now, like all of a sudden it's, well, stop being an asshole to her on Twitter. We have to make sure, the speakership is dimmer. What? Like the whole point of them being elected leaders is to be pressured when they don't do what they promised to do. She's not doing what she promised to do. She's not doing everything in her power to guarantee Medicare for all. She's not doing it. So it's like, that's the purpose of the media. And it's like, unfortunate. That's one of the things Jimmy talks about on the show, is that a fucking comedian has to do it. Like, why isn't the Young Turks and Cenk Uygur doing this shit? Cenk Uygur's like arguing with fucking MAGA people on fucking Twitter right now. Like, yo, like he's literally like giving Joe Biden a ball bash, a ball bash, a ball bath right now. He's been slobbing Joe Biden since he beat Bernie. He recently even said that Bernie didn't get cheated out of out of the fucking primary. So it's like, these, and I'm not here to call out people, because that's not what my channel is going to be about. Like, this channel isn't going to be about calling out, you know, fellow progressives, I guess, which I don't like to call myself a progressive. I'm just a person who likes good ideas. Like, and it just so happens the progressive caucus, or not the caucus, but progressives, quote unquote progressives, align with what the direction I think the country should be going. Like, if I used to be kind of conservative. I used to be economically conservative, and even in some cases socially conservative as well. But it's like, these are just the ideas I think are what the country needs, especially now with the pandemic that we're facing. But it's like, why are we still playing? Why are we still putting on kitty gloves with AOC in the squad? Like, why are we still doing this? And it's like, and just one more thing I'm gonna bring up for our close out. So this is another topic I'm going to be talking about on Talks Talk on Monday. But Nina Turner is possibly going to be running. I believe it's been confirmed, because she filed to run for uh Representative Fudge's seat. I believe that's a weird name, Fudge. But she's going to run for her seat in Ohio. But it's like, if you're running neck with that D next to your name, like, I don't know if I can rock with it, because it's like, you just did this speech at the People's Party and everything, and it's like, she's still one of those, you can, as far as I know, as far as I can tell, she's one of those reform the Democratic Party type of people. But from what she said at the People's Party, she's more like, um, if a third party works, fine, I'll join that. If it's reforming the Democrat, like, whatever gets the job done is basically what she's for. But I think the messaging now is very clear. Like, the job isn't going to get done via the Democratic Party at all. You know, so it's a lot of things it's a lot of arguing that's going to be going on, because people are tired, man. People are tired, and it's like, AOC, you need to watch out. You need to watch out. Yeah, I hope, because it looks like a lot of these people are fucking New Yorkers too. People talking about that's not why we put you in there. A lot of people that sound like they're from New York and from her district that are very mad right now about this shit. So I would just, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Obviously, this is on Twitter for you guys to go look at. I just came across it, and I want to talk about it right now, because it was like, damn, I want to talk about this right now, right the fuck now. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Be on the lookout for Talks Talk. Like I said, I'm dropping a double header on Monday. It's gonna be 2 episodes dropping on Monday. It's gonna be on YouTube. And I'm also going to try and get the audio version out on Spotify and all that too. The first episode of Talks Talk, I need to get that out too. I've had a lot going on, but going forward, like, everything is going to be out on Monday on both, on every platform, everything. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Be easy.